2021, the world was hit with some very traumatizing and shocking information about two of the most popular creators on TikTok. In fact, there were multiple allegations going around about other TikTokers as well, and many had it difficult understanding who to believe, the victim or the sexual assaulter. At the time, many of these TikTokers were fabricating stories for views, clout chasing by accusing TikTokers of being horrible. Some stories were even ignored after it was found that some TikTokers were sleeping with minors. However, the Sienna Mae and Jack Wright situation became huge, and things were handled differently by the public. And the hard part was, no one knew what side to be on. People had to choose between accusing Sienna of doing something so serious that it could ruin her life, or blame the victim, aka Jack. Let's dive deeper into the tragic reality of Jack Wright and Sienna Mae's relationship. Ever since Sienna Mae and Jack Wright announced their breakup without giving their fans any context, people started speculating whether something must have happened between them or their relationship just fell out. But for the most part, a lot of their fans were convinced that they weren't on good terms, since they both unfollowed each other and started making shady posts, such as Jack going to prom with another girl, and Sienna removing her pictures with Jack on all over social media platforms. This situation made the entire internet curious as to what could have gone down between them, since both of them refused to explain the reason why they broke up, despite being one of the best TikTok couples out there. Of course, it did not take a lot of time for the situation to become uncovered, after James Wright, aka Jack Wright's twin brother, decided to throw multiple shades at Sienna in his TikTok videos by confirming that there's a reason why his brother broke up with Sienna. In fact, one of Sienna's old classmates decided to step right in and expose Sienna in his tweet, claiming that Sienna did not only essay Jack Wright, but she also verbally abused people in LA and in high school. Jack and James have been my best friends since kindergarten. I struggle with seeing a girl getting praised after telling my best friend to himself and sexually assaulting him numerous times after he set boundaries, and then repeatedly wonder why he doesn't like you back. She also has a history of verbally abusing people in high school and in LA. She prioritizes the growth of her platform rather than the positive message she represents herself as. Followers should not be an excuse to get away with abusive behavior. You guys all deserve to know the truth about her. Immediately after this tweet was made, James Wright went ahead and responded to the tweet by confirming that this information is all true. This is why I couldn't just let it go and stay out of it. At first, people couldn't believe these allegations were true, since there wasn't any proof that could convince them Sienna Mae has actually SA'd Jack Wright. Until Sienna made a video on Jack and James the next day, confirming that all these allegations made about her were wrong, and how Jack himself has been using her during their relationship for clout. At this point, the majority of people on social media were siding with Sienna, since neither of them had any proof that Sienna did in fact essay Jack Wright. However, one of Jack's friends decided to post a TikTok video of Sienna essay Jack on camera after she seemed to be touching Jack's private area in the video while he was completely unconscious.
As you can clearly see, that is Sienna and that is Jack passed out on the couch, unconscious.
It did not take minutes for Sienna to defend herself by claiming that Jack was conscious in the video. Wrong. Jack was conscious. We were kissing each other. Look at his hand move. This video is from November, taken completely out of context. Stop believing all the fake you see on social media. Look at my video if you care about getting more info. Following this, she immediately posted another YouTube video basically victimizing herself, manipulating the viewers, and even gaslighting Jack. While this happened, Jack stepped into the situation since he was extremely bothered about how Sienna was victim blaming in her YouTube videos, which made him comment under a video thanking a TikToker for defending him against Sienna. After the situation escalated, people came to the conclusion that Sienna did in fact essay Jack Wright, but Jack didn't seem comfortable enough yet to talk about the situation. At the same time, Sienna made the decision to stay off the internet for a while just to avoid the backlash she was receiving. Now, as expected, it did not take a month for Sienna to return with another YouTube video manipulating the viewers once again by saying that she has learned her lessons and that she has completely changed as a person.
I decided to take a month off of social media due to the negativity surrounding my platform.
As many of you know, this situation went unseen for months afterwards. And now, fast forward to this week, and Jack Wright finally made a decision to revive the entire situation again after 6 months. In fact, Jack felt that people still hadn't heard his side of the story yet, and he didn't receive the right justice for it. As a result of this, Jack made a TikTok video basically accusing Sienna again for not only essaying him, but essaying multiple guys in LA as well. After this TikTok was posted, people were expecting a full video from Jack explaining the whole situation. And that's what happened, since he then posted a video titled, "What Sienna May Did to Me," the next day, where he explained in details how Sienna essayed and manipulated him. In the beginning of the video, Jack basically explained how the allegations went viral and how he wanted to settle the situation offline, but unfortunately, Sienna took it publicly and lied about her essaying him.
She basically posted an 8-minute video invalidating my feelings, saying untrue stuff about me, about my friend and my brother.
After this, Jack broke down crying while explaining the video that went viral of Sienna essaying him while he was unconscious, and how she gaslighted the situation and made it seem that he was using her for clout.
When I was at a party, passed out on the couch, they said they pulled her off of me. That night she posted a 15-part aggressive video gaslighting everything about what happened, which was all lies.
This is when Jack let the entire truth out and explained his first incident with Sienna, since according to him, Sienna tried getting completely naked in front of Jack and started making out with him while touching Jack inappropriately without his consent.
I was just chilling on my phone on the bed and she got naked, completely naked. Quickly told her, "Sienna, get off. We're just friends." They're trying to make out with me. They're just doing a bunch of things to me.
After Jack explained his first incident with Sienna, he then continued talking about how Sienna verbally abused him after she saw him taking pictures with other girls, when at the time, Sienna was already hooking up with multiple guys in LA.
There was a party, I was taking pictures with a couple other girls. We took a picture, Sienna came in, started screaming at me. Got mad at the girls, told me to come to her room to talk to me. She started screaming at me.
In the next part of the video, Jack decided to confess how Sienna had tried breaking into his house multiple times, and how he always found her touching him inappropriately to the point where he got used to it.
Come to my house, remember my door codes. It got to the point where I had to start screaming at her to get out of my house because I was so sick of her just breaking into my house. She would break into my house, and when I was sound asleep, she'd come into my room and I'd wake up to her hand in my pants. And it wasn't the only time it happened too.
Following this, Jack kept explaining how Sienna tried stalking him multiple times by booking trips to Hawaii just to be with him, and how she invaded his privacy while showering multiple times. And of course, Jack couldn't stop himself from exposing Sienna even more in his video by showing actual receipts of people's experiences with Sienna and how she has SA'd them in the past.
Basically, I'll show the text right now. I asked all of them for permission to post, crossed out all their names. We don't want her to hurt anybody else. We don't want anyone to go through that experience.
At the end of the video, Jack said that the reason why it took him so long to address the situation is because he found it very difficult for him to put himself out there and expose Sienna when all he wanted to do is stay away from her. Now, as soon as Jack posted the YouTube video, he immediately started trending on Twitter, with thousands of people supporting him while calling out Sienna for essaying Jack and spreading lies about the situation. Love you, Jack. We are all here for you. We are all here for you. Love and support you, Jack. So proud of you, Jack. You're so strong. Sending you so much love. We all are here to love and support you. At the end of the day, the truth will always come out, and having victims being able to tell their full story is important. Anyways, loves, let me know what you think of this situation down below, and don't forget to watch my other videos.